Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today I thought I would do something a little bit different. I thought I would take you through the Horizon magazine that you get on board the P&O Britannia cruise at the minute. Both me and Kate have done this cruise fairly recently. I did it at the very end of July and Kate did it back in mid-July. While on board you get one of these Horizon magazines every day. These magazines have all the different entertainment on that day, the different events, activities, information on the restaurants, what time they open, all that kind of information that you could need for your cruise. So today I thought I'd take you through each day of the Horizon magazine that I had on board my cruise to give you an idea as to what kind of activities you can expect, what kind of events they run, and help you plan what maybe you'd like to do should it be running when you go on your cruise on board the P&O Britannia. So let's get started with the first day, which is Thursday the 22nd of July, which was my embarkation day. So starting with the first magazine that I had on board the ship, you can see that it was Thursday the 22nd of July, which was my embarkation day. It also gives you some information about the sunrise and sunset times, and then it goes into the general magazine. Always has a few highlights on the front. One of the ones for this particular cruise was Mr. Tickerton's Clockwork Circus, which was the show in the theatre that night, and as you can see it gives you the times of the show and also the location, being in the Headliners Theatre on deck 6 and 7. On this particular magazine it also gives you some information about the captain we had, so Captain Paul Brown in this case, and it just gives you a few more different bits and bobs about what's running and how you can kickstart your cruise in the best possible way. Opening this magazine up then, it then takes you through a variety of different sections and it gives you a nice little layout of some of the events that are on. So this section up here starts from 1 PM and it talks about different things that are running. You've got spa, treatment, sessions, there's different live entertainment, there's a casino session, all sorts of different bits that are running. Usually with the kids club being open, you'd also register your kids for that, so you've got the reef registration down there. It's between 6 and 8 PM. During my cruise it wasn't actually running, therefore that would probably be something that you wouldn't need to worry about. You've also got the films there that are showing in the cinema or the studio on deck 7. So the first one there being News of the World at 6:30 PM, and then it takes you round to the next time section, which in this case is 7 PM. Again, more details about the live entertainment. There's some quizzes running there. As you can see, you've got a famous cars theme challenge, which is in Brodie's, which is on deck 6. That then goes down towards 8:30, where you've got various things running in the theatre, other venues throughout the ship as well, casino, all the way around to 11:30 PM, where it's talking about a DJ that's running in the live lounge at deck 7. So usually on the left hand side, as I've just shown you, you'll get variety of different time sections, and this just gives you an idea of what's running throughout the ship. As you go on through the week onto your normal cruise days, this will be expanded to cover the whole day from really early all the way through to very late at night. On the right hand side in this magazine it then gives you some information about the restaurant opening times. So you've got the Horizon buffet there for lunch, dinner and late night snacks, so it gives you the opening times. Freedom dining, which is your restaurant dining, so you've got the Meridian and the Peninsula. You've also then got the opening times of all the other food venues on board the ship as well. And then it also gives you the bar times here. Now the closing times of the bars vary a little bit, so you'll have to ask one of the cabin attendants in the bar, or one of the bar staff, and they'll be able to kind of give you some information about that. We then come around to the right over here where we're talking about other venues on board, the gym, health club, spa, cruise sales desks and places like that. And again, it just gives you the information about what's running there, what you can do, and the opening times, all the way through to some of the shopping events that are running, and then shipboard services. So this is all to do with your holiday experience, any issues, problems, medical queries, things like that. And then, as previously mentioned, it gives you one of the films that are showing on the onboard cinema, which is the studio located on deck 7. Finally, moving to the back of the magazine, just some more general information about the ship, smoking, social distancing, all that kind of stuff. And then usually on here you'll find some of the various offers that they've got running for that particular day. So for this day you had the casino welcome bonus, where you got £5 free play, consultation for jewellery, a spa embarkation special, and all the way through to cocktail of the day, which in this case was a mojito. Special dining offers as well running, and various other activities on board. So that was the magazine for the very first day. Like I say, this was the embarkation day, which is why it's a bit shorter than some of the others. But I will now move on to the Friday, which was my first full day on board the ship. So as we now move on to the Friday Horizon Magazine, as you can see, this was celebration night. So during your cruise you usually have one night that's a formal black tie event. That is celebration night on board the P&O Britannia. So as you can see, it's celebration night. Tonight's dress code as well, handy reminder that it's black tie, tuxedo, cocktail dress, that kind of stuff. Looking at the front, and then again, it then gives you more information about what's going on during the day. You've got a couple of offers that are running there, double onboard spending if you book a cruise on board, and some of the other sessions running there, one with an art master on the live lounge at 11. Some more highlights as well, so you've got some talks running at various times throughout the day, one in the Headliners Theatre. You've got a diamond seminar there in the Ivory Suite, that's over near the Crow's Nest on deck 16. Comedian on board. It gives you the times that's running, as well as some of the live entertainment that runs throughout the evening as well. So it's just a generic overview of what you can expect for that particular day. And then opening up the magazine again, it then gives you the layout of the various times for the different ships activities. So if we look here, the first bit on the left hand side is to do with a free ladies pamper party that they had running that day. That was running at 4 o'clock in the Ivory Suite, so potentially this could be running on your cruise again, and it just gives you a chance to explore some of the spa treatments available and potentially get a good offer on some of those as well. So this now being the first full day on board the ship, as previously mentioned, it will now run from 7 o'clock. So the left hand side is the very early section, so you've got 7 AM, you've got various classes running in the gym and kind of spas and stuff. You've got a film starting at 9 o'clock. There are events and talks going on at Headliners Theatre. You've got stuff in the spa as mentioned. The stuff that I've circled here is some of the stuff that I've done throughout my cruise, or what I was interested in. So that's one thing I would recommend doing, is maybe having this out the night before and going through as a family and choosing what you'd like to maybe do the next day. It's just handy, so it gives you a mental note then when you carry this around with you about what you could be doing. So I did the themed quiz there at 10:30 at Brody's, which was really good fun. More dance classes on, diamond seminar again, other kind of classes and stuff running. And then we moved towards the noon section. So there was a talk here about how to increase your metabolism. I don't remember going to that one, but I did attend a talk in the morning in the live lounge on a similar kind of aspect of fitness, which was quite good. You've got the trawler men there doing live entertainment in the live lounge. Another quiz there in Brody's, spa treatments, and then the art troupe, which I did do. That was really good fun, and I'll have some footage of that in a second as well. So if you're interested in that, it tells you when it is, where it is, and also it should tell you where you need to register. Yes, it does. Please register at the sports desk on deck 16, which is poolside. So I definitely recommend doing that on your embarkation day nice and early, just to prevent it getting booked up, as when I did it there were people turning up that hadn't booked, and unfortunately they had to be turned away just because it had reached its limit. Moving then on to 3 PM, so again you've got various different sessions running. You've got Cocktail Classics with Paul Cassidy, another film showing in the studio, Bingo, which is in the live lounge this time. The venue for Bingo, the venue for Bingo may change throughout your time on board the ship. I had it in the Brody's on the first day, and I think on the second it was then in live lounge, as you can see here. Another quiz in Brody's, comedian in the evening, another film there, more entertainment, and then this moves on to the final section, which is from 8 PM. So again you've got a talk there, some more quizzes, trawler men again. So it's just a really handy guide. It gives you an idea of the kind of things that they're running throughout the day. It gives you the time they're running, the location, and if you need to book it, usually where you can book it as well. As you can see, there's a note about the bingo that was running. That was really good fun. You have to go to the casino there to buy your tickets for that. Highly recommend doing that if you enjoy bingo. It was really good fun and very reasonably priced. And then lastly, moving on to the back of the booklet. Again, just some more details about the ship. Disembarkation procedures, ventilation, using the lift on board, etc, etc. Afternoon blackjack tournament that was running that particular day, Whitewall Gallery, Clifton consultations, And then some more of the other events. This was really nice as well. So in your cabin you'll get a little voucher, which is noted and talked about here. It being celebration night, the crew have kindly offered you a glass of fizz to toast the occasion. So really nice of the crew there to include that. You've also then got a tag watch seminar here if you were interested in that kind of stuff. So again, each page gives you a generic idea of some of the things that are running, any promotions that are running in the various restaurants, bars, shops, all that kind of stuff. It also gives you a handy cocktail of the day, so if you want to try something new, you can ask your bar steward for one of those and they will more than happily serve one of those for you. So that's the magazine from the Friday, and that's the first full day I had on board the ship. You also get on this day a activity sheet, and this just gives you the films that are showing that for that particular day in the studio on deck 7. So here you can see that Emma was showing in the morning. You then got a Tom Hanks film there, News of the World. Another film here, a couple of others, 7 and 10. So just gives you an idea of what's running in the studio and times you can expect to be watching them. And on the back, this is where you'll then find the restaurant opening times for that day, bar opening times. As you can see, some of them may change a little bit with it now being a full day on board. You've also got information about the ship onboard services, opening times for the kids club if that would be running, shopping, spa, gym, all that kind of stuff. So you'll get that alongside your Horizon magazine for that day, and that just gives you an idea of all the opening times of the bars and restaurants. So now we move on to the final day of my cruise, which was the Saturday. This was the final full day before disembarking on the Sunday morning. So again, as you can see, the date is on the top left hand corner. You get information on the sunrise and sunset times. Quick overview of what's going on that day, some of the highlights. You've got the theatre show that night, which is the Sound of the Underground, bingo promotion, and some of the other various bits and bobs that are running on board the ship that day. You've got a Tanzanite seminar there if that's something that you're interested in at 11 in the Live Flight Lounge. Moving then over to the inside of the book, again another promotion there about shopping, cruise deals, where you can find that if you want to talk to someone about booking your next cruise. And again, what I did this day was circle what I think I wanted to do. It just gives you an idea and a reminder then of where things are, times where you need to be if you did want to do that. It's quite handy because it just gives you a gentle reminder in case there was something you really wanted to do. So as you can see, this day again, more classes running in the gym, stretching, cycling, another film on. This was the talk I was talking about earlier that I did, a detox talk for health and weight loss in the Live Lounge. More classes and stuff. You've got a theme challenge there. That was a quiz that I did in Brody's. That was really good fun. Highly recommend that. Dance classes. Lots of stuff running in the spa on this day. Looking at 11 PM, you've got that seminar running. Bingo again. Another film. More talks. Different workshops and stuff running. The Pursuit here, which is at 2 PM. I'll show you that in a minute, but it's the onboard game show. Highly recommend that. Archery was running again this day if you were interested in doing that. You've then got another quiz down at the bottom there on world famous brands. And then it moves round again to 3 PM now. So you've got bingo, more films. This prize passport and prize giving is where you collect your prizes, your kind of P&O merchandise from winning various challenges and events and quizzes throughout your time on board. And then it just goes through some of the different events and stuff that were running while you're on board the ship. Different quizzes, game shows and stuff. And here it's mentioned, this is the theatre show for that day, Sound of the Underground. It gives you more details on the front page, but it always tells you where it is and the time it's running, and if need be where you need to book it. That's all to do with the onboard app, so you can scan this QR code down here. It will allow you to download the onboard app, and that's how you book your restaurants and shows and things like that. Again, moving to the back page, final bits there about various bits on board the ship, hand washing, casino reminder. This being the last full day on board the ship, you need to make sure that you've cashed out all of your chips, anything like that. You can nominate a crew member for an extra kind of Miles Service Award, so it's called a Shine Card. You can get that near the reception, and then you can go and nominate a crew member for exemplary service. The Pursuit here, I highly recommend doing this. If this was a game show that's on board, if anyone's ever seen The Chase on TV here in the UK, it's P&O's version of that. It's an absolutely fantastic fantastic game show, fantastic experience on board. It's a lot of good fun. Everyone really helps you out. It's a good laugh and overall really enjoyable. So I highly recommend doing that if you are on board the P&O Britannia. Different spa treatment there, then a live entertainment on the Trawlermen, and then we start going back up towards the cocktail of the day, which for this day was a gin and tonic. You've then got Limelight Club entertainment. That is an additional upcharge, but it just tells you about what's running that night, who's in the venue. Prize passports, that's what we said about collecting your prizes earlier. Jewellery sale and all that kind of stuff. So that's the very final day that you'll get on board the on your cruise. It will be another full program. You won't get one for the next day because obviously it will be your disembarkation day if you're on a 3-night cruise, but potentially if you're staying longer you'll just keep getting these magazines until you've reached your disembarkation day. But each day it will give you just a really nice layout of what's running that day, some of the highlights, what sales are running, where you can find certain items, and of course, as for the previous day, you'll get a handy sheet like this that gives you all the opening times of the various bars and stuff on board. So really handy document to have. Very surprised that it's actually printed out for you every day and put in your cabin. I actually prefer this because, as I've done here, you can circle the items that you want to do that day, and it just keeps things very simple. But yeah, fantastic edition. This is the final one that I've got here. And that concludes a quick walkthrough of the different Horizon magazines that I had on board the P&O Britannia cruise. So that concludes our very quick walkthrough of the various Horizon magazines that you get on board your time on the P&O Britannia. I really like that they print these out and put these in your cabin, as I think it's a fantastic way to get a really good idea of what's running throughout your cruise. It also, as I said in the video, it's very good to just circle the night before, then you've got a clear overview of the kind of things that you think you want to do, and it's just it makes things very easy and straightforward. But I really like that they print these out for you on board. A lot of the stuff you can then go into the mobile app called My Holiday, and you can then make reservations for things like your entertainment, bars, restaurants, all that kind of stuff. So it's a really good thing that they've got on board the P&O Britannia. It works really well, and as you can see from the booklet, there's lots running throughout the different days on board. You've got sales running and stuff for shopping and cruises. You've got various talks and stuff running from various different guest speakers on health and fitness. Sometimes it could just be a guest speaker they brought on board talking about a life story, for example. You then also got the various quizzes and activities in places like Brody's. You've got bingo running. You've got events in the casino if you want to learn how to play blackjack, for example. So there's always something to do on board the ship in different locations. So if you've got a rainy day as well, there's always stuff to do inside, and on a nice sunny day they're also running things like archery and events by the pool and silent discos and all that kind of stuff. So overall, it's a really fantastic experience on board the P&O Britannia. I highly recommend it. I hope this video has helped you just get a rough idea of some of the things that they were running on my cruise. Obviously this is subject to change in future cruises, but this will largely stay very much the same, I imagine, but it just gives you an idea of the kind of things that they are running at the moment. So I hope it's helped you get an idea of what you'd like to maybe do on board the P&O Britannia. If it has, please leave a like down below, comment on the video about what you'd like to maybe do on board this amazing ship, and I will see you in the next video. Many thanks for watching. Many thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below and consider subscribing to the channel, where we will have more videos on board the P&O Britannia very soon. Many thanks.